Hi, this is Sergeant Beast Larson. I'm going to review a book today, another book by Timothy Amdahl, Mastering Corrections. It's an incredible book. Thank you, Timothy, for sharing this, allowing me to be a part of this journey in the second correction book. You remember I did one, Broken Silence, Badge 2717, back in the fall of 2020. This is the second book. We're past the first one is the introduction, the basics. This is the mastering. It says it takes 3 good years for a police or correction officer to begin to have the ability to master, and that's from their training and experiences. So this is to help those get past that 3-year mark to the 5, 10, 20, 25 to retirement. This book will help you to master everything. And it starts off, welcome to chaos. Why is it chaos? Why is prison corrections chaos? Murderers, rapists, child molesters, financial crimes, thieves, car thieves, horse thieves, all kind of things and crimes and fraud, terrorism, you name it, it's in the prison. And who are they? They're violent, manipulative, creative, way too much time on their hand to plan and do this. I like the chessboard on the front. It's a game of chess. Mastering corrections. Like you want to master a chess game. Mastering the mind. He explained several things. I made a couple notes because I don't want to miss anything important. My observation. The officer types and what motivates them. They're different kind of officers, and he explains that. And without putting anybody down through this whole book. He's very positive. But it's the energy that he puts into this, into his job. There are some officers that have less energy than he does. There are some officers that don't document everything, that don't pay attention, don't observe things. He goes on and explains how to do that, how to connect your observation skills with documenting, building intelligence. You know, he made reference in his stabbing where they're inspecting inmates. Everybody take their shirt off. You're supposed to inspect for wounds, signs of a struggle and a fight. That would lead to blood. The inmate's shirt was found in a different locker box. He was able to identify that by the markings. How? Because he pays attention. He saw the little gang signs, the way they do things, just marking this way, that way. You know, different things on our uniform. And he had documented that. So when he saw a symbol on a uniform, right away in his mind and through his notes, hey, this belongs to so-and-so. He just stashed it in there. He was able to outsmart the inmate on that instance and identify him. He explains how to master those skills in this book. Mastering the inmate's mind, how they think, why they think, their behavior, what motivates their behavior. What are their habits? You observe their habits, the breakfast, how they wake up, they go to breakfast, they go to class, they go to the yard, how they walk, how they talk, how they dress, how they carry themselves. When you walk into the dorm, he explains who's sitting back in the corner, who's out front, who's playing cards, who's changing a channel. There's a hierarchy in there. This is what you need to master as a correction officer, and this is what he explains how to do that. How they manipulate, the games they play. He explains also mastering the different assignments. Now, I've worked in a tower. Most everybody watching this video has worked in a tower. It's not just go up there, take off your shirt, your stab vest, your duty belt, socks and shoes, put your feet up. I know we had officers that would change t-shirt and shorts. You know, you're going to see if anybody's coming, put your uniform on for inspection, but if you let yourself get down to that point, you're not taking the job serious. And you're not observing what you should observe. You're not just in the tower just in case, you know, the big truck drives down the road and has a sign on it that says, hey, we're about to help somebody escape. It's not that obvious. Tim points out the things that you need to look for, the things you need to report and how to do it, and how you can communicate from seeing above the movement of inmates and what it means on the yard and call that in. Maybe you hear there's a fight. Maybe there's things going on. He talks about a time an officer was outside a building and looking in a window and saw a fight. And the officer called out the dorm, called out to fight, gave the code for it, everything, a room number, only it was the wrong room number. Once the officer figured this out, he was able to correct that, redirected them, and they got the problem taken care of. He tells you how to calmly get through something through stress if a mistake is made or there's an accident like that. He also tells you how to observe and figure out supervisors in the manner of what do they expect from the officers? What's important to them? What are they wanting the officers to do and why? Why does the lieutenant or the captain or major support you sometimes and sometimes they don't? There's reasons. He goes into great detail about that. It's the big picture. This book teaches you how to master your mind to be one step ahead and get the big picture of how the prison works, how the corrections environment needs to work. He's retired, correction officer from Illinois State, many years there. Had a great career. This is the second book he's wrote. Again, I'm going to show you both of these. You can find them on Amazon. They're both incredible books. Timothy Amdahl. Thanks for letting me be a part again. Thank you. I want to point out one small thing. In the very beginning, there's a dedication and there's an acknowledgement page. And we've talked several times. We've talked on the phone. We've visual chat. He gave an acknowledgement. I want to thank him for this in the end. It says, I want to give special thanks to Steve, aka Sergeant Beast Larson, who helped spread the word of my last book with such high praises. The name of that book was Broken Silence, Badge 2717. And he talks about my YouTube channel. Tim, it was a pleasure, it was an honor that you asked me to read these books. It was an honor that you chose me to be a part of this process. Can't wait to see what the next book turns out. I'm gonna have to think of some good ideas. You've covered the basics, you've covered mastering it. Well, we're gonna have to brainstorm. If I come up with something, I'll let you know. Thanks again for watching. Hit the like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, I'll see you soon.